That's a photo of Mount McKinley in Alaska. It's the highest point in the United States, 20,230 feet. I've tried climbing it, but we were forced back by bad weather.
The owner must have been quite a world traveler. That's Petra, the ancient city in Jordan, carved out of solid rock.
I remember Carmen saying that she worked there on an archaeological dig, back before she joined Acme. That's a mola from Panama. The Kuna Indians are famous for this type of embroidery.
So what's it doing in a hotel in Colorado?
It was left in a room upstairs. I tried contacting the person who stayed there, but the phone number had been disconnected. We've got lots of interesting stuff to see here in the Darby Hotel. Feel free to look around.
Hey, Hawkins, check this out. Look at this name in the guest book. Diane Goss, from Irma, N.C.
NC? That's North Carolina, right? But I've never heard of a town called Irma in North Carolina.
That's because there isn't one. Look, rearrange the letters in Irma, N.C., and you get Carmen.
And Diane Goss rearranged is Sandiego.
Do you remember this woman?
Oh, sure. Diane Goss? She is really something. Insisted on staying in Annie Darby's room. You know, the room we recently opened? See, Annie built this hotel, a real colorful character. She traveled all over the world collecting stuff. Check out her room if you like. It's a trip. Here's the key. Up the stairs and straight ahead. Can't miss it.
Look at that stained glass in the window, Hawkins. It's the explorer symbol. We're on the right track. What a breathtaking sight. Annie must have loved this view. The Rockies are incredible, running more than 3,000 miles through Canada and the United States.
Pretty neat and all, Jules, but I'm surprised I'm the one reminding us to keep looking for the stolen statue. Wouldn't it be great if we could beat Carmen Sandiego to that hidden treasure? Oh, I'd really like to see the look on her face if we got there first.
Check this out, Hawkins. The cross-stitch held the key to where Annie Darby hid the explorer's diary. The diary mentions a great treasure, and Carmen's been at it again. She's stolen the cross-stitch from the display case. I better jot that down in my journal.
That explorer keeps cropping up. You know, Jules, you're starting to convince me that explorer's treasure and Carmen Sandiego are connected. Maybe we do need to find that diary. A note! Let's see if we can figure out what it says. I don't even need to use one of my gadgets to feel Carmen Sandiego's presence here.
The Golden Lion. Hey, that rings a bell.
You got it, partner. We paid a visit to it back in Cape Town, South Africa. Looks like our friends at Vile have been doing a lot of sailing since then. What do you say, Chief?
Good job, agents. Looks like you're one step closer to solving this case. According to my sources, the Golden Lion is still in Vile hands. You'd better see if you can locate that boat.
It may be tough, Chief. The Amazon's a huge river.
Good work, agents. Informants say the Golden Lion has arrived in the Amazon. Evidence could be found on board.
So are there as many people in the Amazon as there are in some of the other places we've been to in Brazil?
Well, although Brazil has the 6th largest population in the world, there's a lot of land, too. The 5th largest country. And where we're going, there's a lot more country than people.
There may not be a lot of people who live in Brazil's Amazon basin, but I've heard there are plenty of piranhas, you know, man-eating fish. You're not going to catch me cooling off in this river.
I've heard piranhas think Acme rookies are especially tasty.
With all that foliage, it's not surprising that 1/4 of all the world's plant types can be found in the Amazon rainforest.
Amazing.
The Amazon is the world's largest tropical rainforest. It represents about half of the world's remaining rainforest.
Not the sort of place you want to lose your car keys.
This river is one of the hundreds of tributaries, branches of the Amazon River. At its widest, you can't even see from shore to shore.
But here we're surrounded by forest. Let's hope there's no vial agent watching us through binoculars right now.
This river...
We finally found it! The Golden Lion again. Let's check it out quickly. I have a weird feeling like we're being watched.
Yeah, we don't know when the owners might return. It must be a piece of that fancy Bavarian lock. Oh boy, Carmen Sandiego is going to be mad.
But is she? She's smarter than that, I know she is. Sometimes I wonder if she's leading us along, wanting us to follow her.
There's nothing else in this compartment. This boat's been doing a lot of traveling since Cape Town. Looks like it's been through the Indonesian islands again and the Panama Canal.
Look, Hawkins, the missing cross-stitch from the Darby Hotel, and it's got some kind of poem on it. It must be the key to where Annie Darby hid the explorer's diary.
And hidden in a didgeridoo. So, Jules, why did Carmen Sandiego hide the cross-stitch in an Aboriginal music maker? Could it be a clue?
I'll note it in my journal. And there's the chief. Something may be up.
Agents, are you still on that boat? Hurry up and finish your search. My informants tell me a vile henchman has been spotted heading toward the river.
Will do, Chief. Just a few places left to look. Panama. I'm psyched. Last time I was here, I stayed in the capital. You know, Panama City.
And I bet you're hungry for Panamanian food.
How did you know? They have this dish called gaucho, kind of rice and beans thing. Yum. And there's also tortillas, flatbread made of corn or flour, and plantains.
I know, a large type of banana usually cooked. Can we please talk about something else now?
There it is, the famed Panama Canal.
When did they dig that?
It opened in 1914. Took 10 years to build.
Thank you, Agent Fact Finder. Let's see. The Isthmus of Panama, Costa Rica's to our north, Colombia is south. Just getting my bearings. Acme informants have noted some vile activity around here.
Although more than 15,000 ships per year passed through the Panama Canal in the 1970s, some of today's major merchant ships and tankers are too large to travel through the canal.
Well, well, well. This just goes to show that nothing can be hidden from Shadow Hawkins, ace detective. It's a piece of that fancy lock back in Bavaria. Those vile agents obviously don't know who they're up against.
But unfortunately, Carmen does. She may be wanting us to trail her. We just don't know.
The outback is what, the whole central and western part of Australia?
Yeah, and it's hot and dry in a big way.
I once heard that they call their ranches there stations. Would you look at that? Ayers Rock.
Actually, it's officially called Uluru. That's its Aborigine name. It's 1.5 miles long and 1,000 feet high, full of little caves, some even with Aboriginal rock paintings.
Cool. Now if we can just figure out if Carmen Sandiego's been frequenting the area. The area around Uluru is now a national park. Did you know that Uluru means Great Pebble in the Aboriginal language?
Great Pebble. I love it. That just about sums it up. Salt bushes are common in the Australian desert. Apparently, they have a salty taste and make great cattle food. Try one.
I'm hungry, but not that hungry.
Wait, isn't the explorer's treasure hidden behind a huge boulder in the desert? Do you suppose...
Agents, I definitely think you should poke around that hideout. But be careful. If you're seen, you could blow the whole mission. Stay in touch. Chief out.